old. Hey everybody, this is Lady Ninja. I'm back. I'm back to attack. What is up, everybody? I have my guest, my sexy man, Pook Ninja.
Well, thanks for the warning that you're back, so everybody can run and hide now. So
We got Obi What's Your Pony. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. This seems very foreign to me seeing YouTube chat because I know Pook went on YouTube today and I'm like, wow, this is so weird seeing YouTube chat again because I'm just so because everything's done on a different site. Like everyone's gone to a different platform now. I don't know if I could mention it, but
Odyssey. And I ain't talking about Super Mario Odyssey. I'm talking about
Super Mario Odyssey. There, that's what I'm gonna say. Everyone seems to be going over there, but no, YouTube seems really unfamiliar territory. But no, it's good to be back here.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like I'm gonna probably when I do live streams, it's gonna be on YouTube because Odyssey just seems kind of weird how you gotta set things up to streams.
Ariel.
Hey, Ariel.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
you may need to tinker.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna when I do streams just stream on YouTube for right now, and I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really that worried about it. It's just kind of like whatever. So
it's weird because I don't think I can use my because when I do stream on my capture device, it doesn't show that I can do it on my Chromebook.
Well, she's been in contact with the Riv, and he's supposed to help her out with that.
Well, he showed me an article, Fanny, and it just sounds difficult. And I'm like, yeah.
You're difficult. So what else is new?
I like simple stuff. I don't like difficult shit. Okay,
I must like difficult shit because that's all I ever get is difficult shit.
Yeah, dealing with you.
Not dealing with you.
Dealing with you.
Welcome to marriage counseling, everybody.
Yeah, with Obi. You got a new client.
Yeah, new clients. Yeah.
Dr. Obi's in the house.
Yeah. No, and I will. Yep. Hello, Ariel. By the way, and I will say that because I was doing so much earlier, and apologies to Ariel again. I was doing so much. I was, you came on, Pook. Live, and I didn't expect that. And then I was watching Summer Game Fest, which I don't know if we're going to talk about that. And I was doing so many things at once, and then I clicked off your stream, and Ariel thought I was mad at her because I didn't say hi back. So,
yeah, you got too much going on, man. Because like you're watching the Summer Fest show, and then
you came on, Pook. It's your fault.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to turn the whole Odyssey thing into a work. I'm going to start naming myself Mr. Odyssey and then just keep showing up on YouTube.
Mr. Odyssey!
I'm like, hey, Odyssey. Hey, YouTube. Odyssey's better than you. And then and just make it like a whole gimmick where I'm like anti-YouTube and pro-Odyssey, but just keep showing up on YouTube anyways. You know?
Yeah. I like it.
That'd be hilarious. That will be hilarious.
Keep posting YouTube videos about why Odyssey is better, and Odyssey content coming soon. You know, you'll only find me on Odyssey, but I keep showing up on YouTube. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think I think we'll sit down one day. We'll do some tinkering with Odyssey and see if we can get a live stream going. Because I've got a channel too. So I can do some tinkering and do a test stream as well. So
yeah, well, I seen it. It seemed easy to get on if you want to just Gonzo. What's up, brother?
How you doing, Gonzo? We're back, Gonzo.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's something. It seems like it's easy to get on if you're just getting on to chat or whatever. But like, if you're actually going to play a video game or do other stuff, it seems like there's more to it. And maybe it's kind of like when I played a game with my capture device, you got to have a secondary program. Hi, Denise.
Hi, Denise. How you doing?
Denise.
Good to see Gonzo in the house and Ariel and Denise.
Not seen Ariel, Gonzo and Denise on YouTube for a long time. Again, you know, it's people shifting over because YouTube's becoming weird, shall we say? But no, Yeah, but no, we'll do some tinkering and see if we can get something going on Odyssey.
Because it seems like
yeah.
you can do the live stream, but for like gaming, you have to do.
Yeah, you have to do some. Yeah, you may have to use OBS or what's the other one, Poop, that you used to use? What's the other
Mario's
one?
in the house.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Ariel.
How are y'all? Hey, Obi.
Hey.
Hey.
I believe it's called X. What was it?
XSplit. Yeah.
XSplit. Yeah, I still have it on my computer.
Yeah, maybe you have to use those on Odyssey instead of because obviously you can't use StreamYard. I don't think so.
No, I and like I said, I'm not gonna fuck with Odyssey.
From this moment forward, I want to be known as Mr. Odyssey. And even though I keep appearing on YouTube, I am pro Odyssey and anti YouTube.
So Odyssey isn't the streaming service. It's like a YouTube.
Yeah.
It's basically freedom of speech.
Well, it's a better version of YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's harder to get kicked off Odyssey than YouTube. They allow a bit more. So.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about YouTube is like I play music all the time, and I never get. I mean, it'll say that something is.
Yeah, but
blocked, like
one
song is blocked in a certain country, but other than that, my videos and everything stays on.
Yeah, like I say, you're blocked. It'll say you're like blocked in Sri Lanka or something. It's like, who gives a fuck about who's watching in Sri Lanka?
Exactly, and I'm like, well, I'm better leave it Sri Lanka.
Yeah, it's because also you're not monetized, so maybe that's the thing too. Because obviously you're not making any ads off the music or anything. Maybe they allow it, but But I mean, a person even got kicked off because of restreaming somebody, like
Yeah, but it's a fair use thing. That they shouldn't do that because it's a fair use.
I know, but technically the person who was restreamed, they weren't on mic or anything, so it's not. It was just basically an automated thing. So they got banned for it. So as soon as that happened, they moved over to Odyssey, and that's where I pretty much am a lot of the time now. So
Odyssey.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm still going to use YouTube, but I am going to check out. I'm dipping my toes in the Odyssey water.
Yeah. It's there's nothing wrong with experimentation, and no, it's a good thing. I think we need like River's always said, we need alternative tech. Because you never know.
My use is Rumble. Have you thought about Rumble?
Yeah, Rumble's a thing too.
Rumble's another one.
Yeah, Royal Rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome, Boston!
Boston's in the house.
Yes.
Boston baked beans.
What's up, Boston?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Boston.
Hey, Boston, how's it going?
It's a going. How's it going, man? What a legend.
Yeah, not too bad. Well, let's get it out of the way. I know why Boston's here.
Well, it could be, yeah.
No, I'm just messing around with you. I'm just breaking your balls. But no, we may as well get into Iron Sheik because
Yes.
Iron Sheik.
Yeah, Iron Sheik was cool. I love the whole
Iron Sheik.
I love the whole Hogan.
I love the whole Hogan. Even funnier. His shoot interviews are even funnier. He's like, fuck you, fuck you.
Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Or Brian Blair. He hated B. Brian Blair from the Killer Bees, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Eddie, too.
Fuck you, B. Brian Blair. I'm going to put you in camel clutch. I'm going to break your back, make you humble, fuck you in the ass, and all this shit.
Oh, my God.
I've actually got a story with Iron Sheik. So a bunch of DSP detractors actually try to get Iron Sheik to kind of basically talk shit about DSP. it was pretty funny. But yeah, so that I thought that was quite cool. But by the way, while we're talking about that, Jim Cornette did actually say some negative shit about DSP, so that's great.
Jim Cornette, who is he not saying nothing negative about? Would be the question.
True.
Yeah. That man
it's one of those damn cameos. Someone he got paid to do it.
I love Jim
Now
Cornette.
let's not talk about Mr. Cornette. You know, Mr. New might hear the words and come.
Mr. P. New.
Stephen P. New. We don't need any legal issues from him, so we will only say Mr. Cornette's name in a positive light.
You know, a quick thing about Stephen P. New. I actually went on his website once because I heard that he used to give away free T-shirts to people, and I was like, I was looking for a free T-shirt. I was like, I couldn't find them, so I think he stopped doing it. So I may have to give him a call one day. So
Whoever does his animation for his thumbnails, I don't know who it is because it's badass. It's like a South Park ripoff with their.
It's called Travis Heckle. See, I'm a big fan. Jim Cornette, great. I do actually listen to it. No, I listen to the show. I think it's great.
I think he's funny. I like the thumbnails. I want to get one made for me like that. I think it's funny.
Contact Travis Heckle.
Travis Heckle also does that for Brian Last, right? That's the guy.
That's the co-host. Brian Last. People dunk on Brian Last. I like Brian Last though.
I do too. I like the.
I never had a conversation with Brian Last myself. I mean, all I've ever heard was bad things about him.
Yeah, I've got no issue. Yeah, go ahead, Poop.
Brian Last is actually a good guy. There was a wrestler you probably know of him, Boston. I don't know if the rest of you do as a wrestler. He wrestled in WWF for a while, but his name was Doug Furnace.
Yeah, I know him.
And there was a gimmick character that I made called Doug Furnace, but like a furnace, a heater. And
he'll heat you up.
And on Twitter, I actually talked to Brian Last a little bit about that character, and it was something he was considering using, but of course he never did. But
well, and it's no secret, Pook, who I've heard all the bad things about Brian Last from.
Well, yeah, I mean, you hear it from
the same bad stuff we heard about Cornette, but Cornette, is for the most part more level-headed than that person.
There's no secret the closeness I had with one guy who hated Brian Last so much. I used to be the right-hand man of the guy.
Hey, man, I mean, I was a bowling fan. I think just about everybody here was a bowling fan at one point or another.
And I still think that he can be entertaining when he's not doing the fundraising shit.
100%. I mean, he's a great talker. I remember the first time I ever seen him was in the IWA Mid-South. He needs to
get back into wrestling. He needs to become a broadcaster. Get back in wrestling, man. Start announcing again.
Yeah.
I mean, he did
that. He went back on ECW not too long ago, remember? And he was like even up the ramp.
But I mean, I like Boland's stuff when it comes to wrestling. I just don't agree with a lot of the other stuff. But I mean, to say I'm a fan of his promos and stuff, and all the whole gimmick with like the meat scams and all that.
Yeah,
stuff,
that was a funny story. The double guarantee.
That's funny shit. Gonzo, I'm in the Kitty Bolin fan club twice removed. Well, yeah, Mr. Bolin has removed me as well.
He showed me that. I'm like, what the fuck is up with this guy?
I've been removed. I've actually been removed as Salty Bacon, and I've been removed as Poop Ninja from Mr.
Well,
Bolin.
I got blocked as the cheerleader, and I got blocked as myself. So, hey, I'm right there with you.
I heard a secret, Allie, that you had the biggest crush on Bolin. Is that true?
No. Not if hell froze over and thawed, unfroze again, thawed.
But that's
not as true as your secret relationship with him. So,
Daniel's going to get pissed off on that one.
She wanted to rub up on them chins. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, politically, he's got angry at me in the past anyway, Pena has.
He shudders when he sees my name. But
oh God!
But yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, not everybody's perfect. That's kind of that thing they say: don't meet your heroes because you can get disappointed. And that's So, but Iron Sheik, a legend in pro wrestling. I think he's even a legend more so out of pro wrestling, just for the stuff he did on Howard Stern and with Beetlejuice.
And social media and things like some of his posts on social media were quite funny. So, and I said to you, Pook, on that link I sent you, I loved his theme song. His theme song was so good.
Yeah, so that's definitely boss music there. That's a
Told you.
video game boss coming out or
Yeah,
something.
that's some Golden Axe type of music or some
Hi,
shit.
Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
What's
Hey,
up?
Sarah.
But I think, Iron Sheik, former, what Gonzo say? He said, "Why don't you marks ever share my show out?" So I did, and he no-sold it. Yeah, that's what he does. He no-sells everybody. You gotta be paying the cashola to get a spot there.
That's fucked up. I will not do that.
You know what? I mean, it is what it is.
That's childish. I'm sorry.
I mean, if you want to be a part of a show and you got to pay your way in, pay your way in. I'm not going to do that. I'm too cheap to do that. But
Yeah.
when I was a fan of his show, I sent him donations. $5 here, $10 here, $20 here, once in a while.
I
Once
think
every.
that showed him how to do the super chats. I was like one of the first people to do that.
And that's because I enjoyed the show. At that time the show was good.
You support the content, yeah. If you enjoy someone's content, then you send them, $5 here or there or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a shame YouTube takes 30% of whatever you send someone, but there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Boston.
It was still a donation. I mean,
Yeah.
Donation.
Yeah, I
YouTube's
won't
gonna
do
get their
that.
part, though. You know that.
Yeah.
I will not do no membership shit. Fucking
He's probably mad I got
Yeah.
a free membership. Yeah. People hosts are but that's the thing. Go ahead, Boston.
Oh, think of it this way: it's better than donating to the Mississippi Mudhound.
Oh,
anything's better than that. The finger wonder. No.
let's calm down.
Yeah, and you know what?
Oh my god.
Yeah. And I've got to say, YouTube, I know we've been kind of dissing it, but I mean, they've got the whole memberships now. They're kind of slowly catching up, and you can gift memberships. And you can't pick, unfortunately, who a membership goes to. But I mean, at least they can. It's not. I mean, Twitch has been in the news lately, and they've not been getting good press.
Yeah.
So I think all these platforms like YouTube, Twitch, they're getting bad press recently, and people are getting banned on YouTube for unfair reasons. So
I believe what Gonzo's saying there. Bowling knows YouTube people, so you don't have to pay 30%. I believe it because I don't think Bowling would pay anybody 30%. That's coming out of his pocket.
30% is a lot as well.
It is.
YouTube's probably paying him with, YouTube's probably sending him free meals, like one of those meal program things where you just cook it and eat it and giving him
like a ready meal.
Didn't he eat a whole lot of pizzas there one time? You showed me, Pook, that someone came in, gave him the fucking pizzas, and he ate like 7 pizzas or some shit like that.
The meat lovers pizzas and the triple stack cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
That was a video that our good friend Mountain Timer made with the pizza thing. That was hilarious.
It's like his son came in and then the pizza was gone.
So it wasn't in one go. It wasn't in one. Sorry?
He should have sent him Fabio's pizza, the one that Pesci hates.
Oh, Fabio.
Yeah, Fabio's pizza. Yeah. So it wasn't in one go. He had these pizzas and burgers, right? It was like it was kind of spliced together, maybe.
It was manipulated to look like it was in one go.
Okay, makes sense. I was gonna say, man, if a normal human being can't eat all that in one go.
Well, unless he turned into Kirby and then sucked it all up. I'm just saying.
But all I can say is, you know what? I honestly, I mean, I don't donate anymore. I don't even watch the show anymore. But I did enjoy his past stuff, and whatever he's doing, that's his concern. That's not my concern.
And I was never a bowling guy. I mean, the only reason I heard of him was through Jim Cornette. That's the only. And then I found out about the whole, detractor or troll community, and then I met everybody else. Because obviously I knew you, Pook, and Lady Ninja. Sorry, I knew you guys way before that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, like we knew each other, but we never talked about bowling. But I was a fan of bowling. I was a little bit involved with it back then. It just never got brought together at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't meet back then. We met
No.
We met through Pesci and Jake.
Yep.
Yeah, we just talked in the chat and said hi to each other.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
So I mean, that was
I feel it was like a secret society for a while.
Mhm.
kind of.
That's how I feel.
Well, you know, I came in as Salty Bacon. I was already known as Poop Ninja, but I came in as Salty Bacon, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one
Went
time,
from
he thought you
there.
was Mountain Timer.
Everybody
Yeah,
thought
you're talking to a troll. Yeah.
Oh,
Mountain
believe
Timer was
me,
getting
believe
pissed
me,
about it.
Poop Ninja does not drink. Not like you know.
That's
No,
an
not
insult.
anymore. I haven't had I mean, I'll have a beer once in a while, 2-3 beers maybe once in a while, but it's probably been about 5 months, 6 months.
I kept back on it myself a little bit because
Yeah.
Yeah, but it ain't like Mountain Timer's level of drinking. That says he cares about everybody.
Mm.
yeah.
But yeah, everybody thought Salty Bacon was Mountain Timer. Mountain Timer's getting pissed because he's getting blamed for shit I'm saying on there, you know.
He was mad. He even went off on you, right?
No, well, in the chat he kind of did because he thought I was trying to be him, but I wasn't. I was just being myself. And then what happened was Jake was doing a show, and I came on, and they thought I wouldn't come on camera, and I said, "Bring it on, send me a link, I will come on." And then that's when like, oh shit, he's actually a real person. Like, I've been trying to tell you motherfuckers that, you know.
So,
Well, back in the Kenny age, he was going by the name Brad. He was going under his real name because I remember.
Yeah, he did.
And
for
then
a while,
Foley gave him the name Mountain Timer, and that's when he started that.
So it wasn't Mountain Timer's fault at all. It was just, and people were trying to make Mountain Timer think that it was a troll. They thought I was Doyle too. They thought I was Chris Doyle, and then that finally on Jake's show, Jake and Pesci were on the show, and they offered me to come on. I said, hell yeah, I'll come on. I've been trying to tell you guys, I'm not Doyle, I'm not Mountain Timer, I'm just me, you know. I came on there and started talking to him. I cut a promo on whoever it was that was talking shit about Salty Bacon, and then they liked my promo, and then I've kind of stuck around is what happened. I mean,
yeah.
I can tell you where I made Mountain Timer the maddest the most because I came up with the alternate account, Brad Lee.
Brad Lee, yeah.
He was so mad at that. He was like, oh.
But I mean, you know, I could say, I mean, I've talked to Mountain Timer. I like Mountain Timer. I don't think Mountain Timer's a bad guy at all. I think
he's a good father. He's good at computers too.
Yep. I think some of his joking around people take too sensitive about it.
Plus, you know,
I don't mind him, but then he would just be straight up nasty. Like I was even trying to be nice to him, but then he had that issue with me. But then he started being nice again. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes maybe he was drinking a little too much and got the best of him. But I think deep down he's a good guy. He likes to troll. He likes to have fun in the chat. A lot of us do, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think nothing wrong with it. I me personally, I don't think. But
as long as as long as he's not attacking, family.
Well, yeah,
like,
I mean,
like wrestling, right? You don't bring family into it.
Yeah, I mean, he, as far as I've ever seen that I can remember, he's never talked about anybody's kids or their.
Yeah.
Well, there's just certain blows you don't take, and then he would just be consistently with me. My thing is, he would just come on my show and just, it just wasn't funny anymore. I just make rude comments and stuff about me. And
yeah, I agree, Gonzo. I think Mountain Timer's funny too. I think he's. I like a lot of his jokes and stuff. You know,
he just wants people to be happy.
Yeah,
I remember that.
He wants people to be happy.
He was drunk one night on Pesci's show and was saying over and over again how he just wanted me to be happy.
Oh, okay.
And it was just like over and over and over again.
See, I remember I wasn't watching that show live, but someone told me about it, and I went and watched it later on, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I just want you to be happy, Ariel.
Exactly.
I mean, I was like, I am, and he kept repeating it because he was talking about his girlfriend at the time and how she could come up for Valentine's Day, and all this other stuff.
He had a breakup, before he got with this one, and he basically had depression problems on it. I know firsthand his depression problems. I'm not going to go into details publicly, but
Right.
Right.
Well, that's the shock of the century.
You know, people. You know, some people can die of a broken heart. So I mean, you give the guy a break a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how we got from Iron Sheik to Mountain Timer.
I don't know.
It went from Sheik to bowling to
Bowling to
MG.
Mountain Timer.
It's like my streams. We can do whatever we
God
want,
bless all of
because
them.
I fucking derail all the time. I'm like,
It just proves that we derail and just go all sorts, go into all sorts of shit.
You know, Iron Sheik, that whole story with him, even before he got in the pro ranks, about what he did in Iran and all the stuff he did with the Olympics, and training with Vern Gagne, and just there's such a story there even before he became a superstar wrestler. I mean, there's so much that this guy did in his 81 years. You know.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up, Jacob?
Don't forget this. I mean, Hogan owes him with his life, actually, because without him, he would have never got over. He's the man that put Hogan over.
Well, and you've heard the story, Boston. I'm sure you have, about where Vern Gagne offered Iron Sheik $100,000 to break Hogan's leg and not give him the belt, and he would. And if Iron Sheik agreed to it, Vern Gagne was going to give Iron Sheik the AWA World Belt and have him start wrestling there, plus $100,000 on top. But he said he couldn't do that to the McMahons.
McMahons, I mean, you got to think, before Vince became this ruthless person, you had Vince Sr., and Vince Sr. was well loved. I mean, even though most people didn't like Junior, Sr. was loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheik's a legend. I mean, in the Olympics.
He was on, the ICP Insane Clown Posse Wrestling.
Yep.
Remember, they were making fun of his teeth? They said his teeth looked like soggy apples.
Said his teeth looked like he had a mouthful of soggy apples.
Yeah.
I like, because obviously it was working with wrestling, but I like remember the whole Sergeant Slaughter and Iron Sheik feud. It looked so real back then, like holy shit, like he spat on the graves and everything. It was so good. It was so good.
They had like boot camp match and stuff, and it was bloody.
Yeah, man, it was, even wrestling back then was cool, man. Like, but and now look at it.
I know. It's shit. You have fucking Roman Reigns basically gonna have all the fucking
1,000 days. They made a big deal out of 1,000 days.
And I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Basically shitting on Bruno and everyone.
Yeah.
Forget their record. Sorry,
I prefer the old style of pro wrestling. Of course, I'm 48 years old, so of course I would. This new stuff, I mean, some of it's good, but it's not my thing.
And after hearing a lot of Jim Cornette stories, I definitely missed it. Because kayfabe is dead now. So yeah, sorry, Boston. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I mean, everybody heard me. I was just agreeing.
No, I definitely missed the whole, having kayfabe's dead now, and back in the day it wasn't like that. Everything was like, quote unquote real. I'd miss those days. Even like I said, the Sergeant Slaughter and Iron Sheik thing. It looked legit because we didn't have the internet back then. You wouldn't know any better,
No.
I just miss that stuff. So,
and I'm sure they laid them in. I mean, both Sergeant Slaughter and Iron Sheik are tough guys, so I'm sure they laid in some hits.
Yeah,
they could take punishment, both of them.
Okay, the key to wrestling back then
between
is
the lines between real and fake, especially with current drama.
Yeah, that is true. There, Jacob.
Yeah, and now it's like, okay, Roman Reigns, 1,000 days. They've got this new belt now on Raw.
Jesus.
It's just there's too many. It's too complex now. There's too many belts.
I got a lot of respect for Roman Reigns, but the problem is they've let him hold the belt too long. I mean, it's time to move it on. I'm not saying never get back.
It's back. It's a few years ago when they were shoving Roman Reigns in our faces. They're doing it again now. This whole bloodline thing. I'm sorry, it's just gone on too long. Yeah, it was cool at the beginning. Like it was nail biting stuff with when Sammy was there. Oh, when's it gonna end? When's it gonna end? Now they're kind of recycling it with Jimmy and Jay. It's just, come on, just kill it now. At this point, just kill this whole thing. I'm sick of it. I don't want to see it every week. Yeah,
it's a little too scripted for me, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, there was no like you listen to Iron Sheik's interviews. There is no way somebody wrote that down and told Iron Sheik to say that shit. That came off his own brain. That was his character.
Yeah.
You know?
Undertaker talking about people. Dudes used to carry knives back in the day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bill Dundee carried a gun back in
Yep.
nursery. He's a little man, so he had to defend himself.
Right.
Yeah, he had to. One time when Randy Savage and Lanny Poffo and Angelo Poffo, his brother and his dad, they had a alternate promotion where they were running Lexington, Kentucky, and Dundee and them were over in Memphis, and they actually got into real fights outside of wrestling. Randy Savage broke superstar Bill Dundee's arm.
Yep, he did, and he pulled the gun out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Randy Savage is one of those things. Like it's like me. I'm 6'2", but if Randy was alive in his prime, you couldn't pay me enough to fight Randy Savage.
I want to fight Randy.
Oh yeah, New Jack. Now that guy was crazy.
Oh,
He passed away too.
Yeah, New Jack passed
Yeah,
away.
he did some crazy shit in ECW. He'd be jumping.
He would
He was
dive off.
diving on that damn shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a shame we're losing like our childhood heroes. Like we lost a lot of them already. Don't get me wrong, but it's such a shame. Like,
and I hate when they do this on internet. Tease Ric Flair dying. I said, don't tease me this way.
don't even.
No.
People are even talking about that now. It's just like why are people even bringing that up? They shouldn't even be thinking. They should be respecting like you're still alive.
oh yeah, yeah.
I don't understand that either. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I know. I'm kind of saying, well, why are people doing that? Because it's
I
like,
almost get sad that I'm like, let me do my research first.
yeah.
Mhm.
Has anyone seen Charlotte Flair wrestle? She's great. I know people say that she's a robot on mic. Yeah, that's true. Her promo skills, but as like talent, I think she's really good.
Yeah, I
You
like
know,
agree. I think she's good. I mean,
she's really, and Rhea Ripley. My God, she's
good.
fantastic.
You are gonna laugh at me at this, but Oscar's pretty decent too. I like her.
Okay, you're feeding the kids. The kids gotta eat. You can't,
Okay.
you know.
Well, I'm cooking at the same time too because my kitchen's behind my computer, so I'm like right there. I'm in an apartment.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And while we're on Rhea and all that, the heat right now with Dominic Mysterio is so good. Every time he talks on mic, the fucking crowd just boos the fuck out of him. It's so good. It really reminds me of the old school.
yeah, he's good. He's good. I mean, he's a smaller guy, but I like him.
But no, he's like legit. Like you hate that guy. Like people legit hate that, and that's good. That's a good thing because like he's doing his job, right? So you know what I mean? Like he's this scrawny guy and like no muscles. Every time he talks, he's got the stupid mullet haircut. Dominic is so good right now. Like that is great.
That whole he was in jail and the police
it was
had to
so
escort him
stupid.
to the ring.
It was so fucking stupid. It was great.
That was awesome. That was,
you know, I mean, old timer like me, if I see something good, I'll say it. You know, I mean,
no, it really is good. It will take a while for that Dominic Mysterio to get old, but right now it is so good. That's the only reason I watch. They're on Raw, right? So every time Dominic comes out, it's so, man, I know it's going to be good because it's like the crowd is going to be nuts. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, right. So there is a few good things going right now, but man, most of it is just, it's bad. It's bad, unfortunately. And money. Yeah, Money in the Bank is coming into Wembley. Oh, not Wembley, London next. Yeah, so that's good. We got a paper.
Wow.
And AEW is coming over to Wembley.
Yeah, AEW is. Yeah, they sold that out, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't keep up with AEW, so you guys will have to tell me if AEW is worth it. I don't know.
Very little about it.
Yeah, exactly. See, even Boston doesn't.
It wasn't bad when I was watching it. Like I liked the whole Chris Jericho thing, and then Sammy, whatever his name was, they were comparing him to Sammy Hagar, which was a team. Which I thought that was pretty cool a while back.
What?
But I like AEW.
What's up with this? Sorry, go ahead, Pook.
You can't beat MJF though. MJF's
Oh
a good
yeah,
talker.
you love
He's a good
MJF. You're
person.
like, it's the ring.
Yeah, and there's this whole drama with CM Punk. Do you guys know anything about this? Like,
I don't know much about that. I haven't studied it.
I
As far
don't.
as MJF goes, I think the reason he's so good at it, he's just playing himself. He's
Yeah.
being his real self.
Yeah. You think
Ariel
MJF
wants to know what you're doing, Boston.
It's
What
stretching.
am I doing? I'm stretching, and I'm also
jacking
cooking.
off?
My kitchen is right behind me. So.
Make sure you censor that
Thank
shit,
you.
Boston.
He doesn't want to get a cramp or anything. You got to stretch.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do exercise daily, so I'm kind of used to stretching.
Yeah. You think MJF would fly in WWE? Do you think WWE would have MJF? Because I would love to see that.
I don't know if WWE would know how to use him. That's the problem. 'Cause
That's
they don't have
the-
the best
Is he too? Basically, MJF is too spicy for WWE.
Yeah, because
Right.
they got rules on what you can say, and they want to write down everything.
Oh,
you say.
okay.
MJF could be the next Roddy Piper if a promotion set it up right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think he's that good of a talker. He could definitely
Oh,
be
yeah.
the next Piper.
Yeah.
Just like the
Yeah,
Piper's
from what I've
Pit,
seen of
you know,
MJF, really good.
to highlight real Jericho, and then think about what he could come up with as a talk host, along with Miz, doing his thing.
If
Yeah.
WWF let him, if WWF got a hold of MJF and just let him run, and let him maybe have a little bit of, which they won't, but let him have a little bit of open space to do what he wants, along with whatever they script, and mix it together, and I think it'd be some good shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and also Jacob was saying about the mixed martial art guys over there in AEW. I seen some of that. They had some of those guys over there with I forget who they were with. They were with some wrestler, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's good stuff too. It's always good if you mix MMA stuff in with pro wrestling too, because
Yeah.
you got legitimacy with the MMA and then the pro wrestling. So
Right.
Well, what I would have booked, is because you got Lashley and Lesnar, I would have booked a real MMA fight at WrestleMania. Real legit.
I always thought, Ken Shamrock did really good over there at WWF with the Intercontinental belt. He was tag team champion.
Yep.
I could have seen the world belt on him if they would have pushed it right.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know how to push him, and just like Dan Severn, they had him. They didn't know
They
what
had
to
the
do.
Beast, Dan the Beast Severn. That's a bad
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker right there, man.
Yeah.
But he left. He's like, I don't want to play none of these stupid games.
Yeah.
He didn't like the way it was going.
How long has MJF been around? Because Ariel said in chat, is he still around? He must have been around for a
5
long
years,
time.
I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's been in there
Around
for
for
a
a
while.
while, yeah. He wrestled in MLW a lot before he got over to AEW. He was in MLW and a lot of indies.
Colt Bowers thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was good there. I mean, he was definitely, you knew he was going somewhere. You knew he wasn't just going to be an indie guy. You knew he was.
It was like when Ohio Valley Wrestling, right? When Jim Cornette was there, he saw all these talents. He knew, John Cena, Randy Orton was, obviously Randy.
Jason, what's up, brother?
Hey, Jason.
Jason.
I saw Jacob mention Bobby Lashley. I think Bobby Lashley's really good, except for one thing. He just doesn't have the charisma and the promo. But that's where
Exactly. He needs a manager.
Yeah.
that's where the whole Hurt Business thing.
MVP was really good.
MVP. If you took MVP and Bobby Lashley and actually did something a little different with them, I could see that taking off. Because Bobby Lashley, he's a fucking beast. He's a hoss, I mean,
Yeah.
and I agree. I think he is better than Lesnar. It's just he doesn't have the performance and the charisma of Lesnar.
Yeah.
He's definitely harder working than Lesnar as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
He's always there. He always shows up. It's
Yeah.
not like
He's
Lesnar,
working on
like
his
once
mics
a month.
and
Sorry,
manager, like you said. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Manager.
Yeah, he had a manager. He was doing that like Pook said, the Hurt Business and Hurt Business split.
I like the Hurt Business. I think that could have ran if they just did it a little different. I don't know what, but if they did something different with that, I think that
they had
been
the suit.
bigger.
They had the suits and everything.
Mhm.
They was wearing the suits. But Bobby was champion in that group for a bit. And like all of a sudden because like they've got MVP managers Omos right now. The guy who can't work.
The giant, yeah.
The giant.
That big
Can you
guy,
imagine that? Can you imagine that faction with him?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Like that's what they need right now. They need like good like factions, like unstoppable factions, and Omos and Lashley and Benjamin. Who was the other one, Pook? Who was in it?
Oh man.
God, I forgot. But there was another
There was
person.
one more.
Who's gonna watch the Twisted Metal movie that comes on
terrible.
Peacock?
It looks terrible.
But it has Samoa Joe as Sweet Tooth. Now, come on.
That's Samoa Joe in it. I got to at least see how he does
it. Samoa Joe's in it. I got to watch.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Like Larry the Cable Guy. I'm not a Larry the Cable Guy person, but when Santino Marella played in the movie with him on Christmas, I watched it because it was.
That's true. That's true, Jacob. Without Heyman, I don't think Brock would have been as good either.
Oh yeah,
he had to have Heyman. He had to have Paulie Dangerously there because
right now, Brock is not like without a mouthpiece. Brock isn't very good. Like, and you know, like the whole Cody thing, that it's gone on too long. You know the whole Cody
thing. Overdue. You know, Cody's overdue. I mean,
Cody and I said this privately because we do a Facebook call with a couple of guys. I do with former hosts. I said this privately, but in my opinion, I think Cody tries too hard. I don't know if that comes across to anyone else.
I see that.
Yeah.
He just tries to it with the music and. I don't know.
I like Cody, but if I was in charge of the promotion, I would not put my top belt on Cody Rhodes.
Not right now.
No.
You know who I think is great? Who I think is really fantastic right now? Another one who's fantastic, Gunther. Absolutely, just a fucking,
Yeah, he'll never be Dusty. That's right, Ariel.
No, he'll never be
Dusty Rhodes.
The thing is, you can't compare Cody to Dusty.
I know this name don't pop up. I know this name don't pop up, but I'll tell you somebody who really is overdue and I think is talented as hell. Shelton Benjamin. I know some might agree with that, but
no, I agree. He's been around for a while. He's been there for a long time.
I love his gold standard characters.
Yeah. Yeah. He should be. Sorry, go ahead, Poop.
I was just going to say, hell, even back in the OVW days with him and Brock Lesnar tag team with Brock Lesnar.
That's a good tag team right there. That's a tag team right there.
They both did amateur before that.
Yep. Yep.
I like Shelton. Again, he's got to have somebody there with him. That he doesn't have the performance. It's the charisma. He's got he's a good athlete. I mean, he could probably kick most of people's asses in the locker room. I mean, for real, he just don't have that charisma. I mean, I'm not saying he isn't in real life or whatever, but on the TV screen, you don't have it.
No,
they've got so much great talent right now. They've got so much good talent, they don't know what to do with it.
They just got to find a spot for him. They got to find the right spot and the right mouthpiece or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I mean, I don't work there. I'm not an expert.
Have you guys seen Walter or Gunther? Well, he's called Gunther. Yeah, he's great.
He's IC.
He's IC champion. He's in a faction right now, and that faction's good too. Ludwig Kaiser, what a name! It's so there's so much good talent there right now, but the product is just
Yeah, I liked him better. When he first was in the NXT UK, I thought he was pretty. Didn't he come out with the
he does that.
That was pretty cool. I don't know I haven't really watched a lot now. I know he's Intercontinental champ, but I haven't seen a whole lot of him now. But I always liked him from back then. I thought there's somebody.
Yeah, go ahead, Lady Ninja. I think you was going to say something.
Obi, have you ever watched that movie Cocaine Bear? Me and Poop.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Oh my God!
I need to get hold of it. Yeah, I need to get the disc.
Fucking bear eats fucking cocaine.
Yeah,
he goes ape shit. Oh my damn!
My beard looks like I could be Cocaine Bear. I got some.
Oh my God!
But yeah, Cocaine Bear is a fun movie.
Are they coming out with a new one? They're coming out with a cocaine something else.
Heroin Hyena coming soon to theaters everywhere.
I heard there was going to be a heroin gator. I'm like,
really?
Yeah. I'm like, heroin gator. like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be more of these types of movies. But yeah, I've definitely heard of it. I've not. I think I've been waiting for it to come on Amazon Video.
It's on Peacock. If
Oh, is
you
it on
have that.
Peacock?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
on
okay.
Peacock. That's how we watched
It's on the
it.
cock.
It's on the cock.
Yeah.
Get yourself some cock and watch it today.
Yes.
Acid alligator. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we need heroin hyena and crack cocaine crocodile and whatever else they're going to come up with.
Well, just like the Sharknado movies, they got like so
Yeah.
many fucking sequels. Like, damn.
Oh, that's legit acid alligator. Okay, is that the new one then? Yeah,
I haven't heard of any of that shit. But.
Yeah, because I saw the adverts for Cocaine Bear. Because when I quote unquote watch Raw, I watch it on the USA Network, so I see all the American commercials.
Yeah,
you guys have a lot of food commercials, by the way. I know I've said that
Well,
before.
that's how we get our bellies.
Yeah, us fat Americans love our food. So.
That's
Don't
right.
take our food commercials away.
Potatoes.
It's like, ooh, look, cheese. We're gonna go get something to eat. Don't take that away from us.
Yeah, so I saw Cocaine Bear, and I was like, what type of, is this a legit movie? And I actually looked it up, and yeah, it was. It was like, wow.
Marijuana monkey.
Marijuana monkey.
Marijuana monkey, yeah. Might sound racist, though.
Yeah, marijuana, I don't even think people consider that illegal anymore. It's legal in most states. So
Exactly, yeah.
And then what do we see at Walmart? Well, something about a bad bear or killer bear. It was like a teddy bear, and he had like a knife or some shit.
Oh yeah, some generic movie is like I can't even remember now. I know what you're saying.
Killer Teddy or something.
I don't know, man. Movies to me now are just not. It's like wrestling; they're not the same anymore. Like you remember the 80s/90s movies.
Dayless
they're not
was the classic.
Yeah. I know. It's the Super Mario movie, the original, was terrible.
Oh yeah.
You know.
So how's the new one? I've never seen it yet.
Which one?
The new one? The new one?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
The Winnie the Pooh horror movie. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. If that's on the Peacock, I'll fucking watch it.
Winnie the Pooh.
He kills that Christopher Robin.
You got it.
Yeah. So they're taking all these old movies and turning them into. They're taking all these kids' movies and turning them into like horror movies now. I think that's the new gimmick. Maybe.
Instead of a pot of honey, it's like a pot full of like blood and intestines and eyeballs and shit. You know.
Christopher Robin, come here. I'm going to eat
Don't forget, music today sucks too. Just about.
Yeah.
Not a song anymore without something sexual all the time in it. It's like, come on, bring some love songs, bring some, make some meaning,
Yeah, I mean, it's like, to me, I mean, like I said, maybe it's because I'm an old guy, getting to be an old guy, but it's just the music don't have no soul anymore, you know?
Like the 80s, 90s metal.
I mean, even a lot of like 70s and 80s music, just the lyrics. The new lyrics, a lot of those lyrics don't make sense. And
the disco, the 80s rock, the 90s alternate, and I liked rap and R&B hip hop in the 2000s as well. But after that, I don't like the music after 2010.
And talking about music, people are collecting vinyl now for some reason. I don't know.
You see, there's actually records at Walmart.
Yeah, they had Ozzy Osbourne's Diary of a Madman, which was one of my favorite CDs.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the favorites, yes.
They had that on vinyl at Walmart, and I'm like, well, fuck, I don't have a record player. I almost bought it anyways, I mean...
I need to get a record player. I need to get one.
You still got a bunch of old Alice Cooper records.
I know. I have like old school, like Alice Cooper, like School's Out, and I forgot what the other one was, but there was a couple Alice Cooper ones that I have.
Yeah, the paper sleeve inside is actually designed to look like woman's panties or something. It was weird.
Yeah.
On one of the records she has, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I got
cool,
that. I need to get a record player because they got what was that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 record. When I pick that up.
A lot of video game soundtracks come out on vinyl too.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You remember the? I know I tagged you on a few of those Sega ones, Pook. Those what are they called? The disc, whatever disc, whatever. I forgot what they're called. Like disc. They had the Streets of Rage Shinobi soundtracks on vinyl.
Yeah,
Mm.
no, I'd love to have those too.
Yeah.
Jacob
Yeah.
says my daughter's got a record player and a decent vinyl collection, oldies and new ones. It just feels like a different
Yeah.
sound on the radio.
Yeah, it's weird. I seen it on the news. Like a lot of teenagers, like you wouldn't expect teenagers to be even buying vinyl, but they are. They just prefer I guess, the collectability, the sound of it. But yeah,
Yeah.
even teenagers are buying vinyl now. It's very popular. It seems to be which is cool because it's yeah. Sorry,
That's
go ahead.
it. I'm getting a record player.
Yeah,
Vinyl started taking off again about 5 or 10 years ago. I remember a guy that my dad knew actually contacted him about selling his record collection. My dad sold his record collection. I don't know how much, but it was a lot. My dad had a lot of stuff from the 70s on up, a lot of the rock and metal and stuff like that people want. And
Denise has still got a collection as a kid. I bet that's worth a lot now.
70s,
Oh,
80s,
yeah.
78 in red and yellow.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's worth a lot of money now.
Yeah, I used to have the 45s and 33s of a lot of the music and stuff.
Mm.
Daughter just got the new Gorillaz album. So, yeah, I mean, vinyl made a comeback. It started about 10 years ago or so. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. I mean, at least it's not, because I wouldn't, it shocked me with the kid, like the teenagers, like
Oh,
buying.
yeah. Yeah.
Because they don't, like, they teenagers buy what's convenient for them,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I thought they'd just be buying digital or the actual CD maybe, but no, it was vinyl. I was like, wow, okay, that's cool.
Mhm.
Like Gonzo said, the CDs just don't give the same sound as like vinyl records does.
No.
Yeah.
You got a good needle. If you got a good needle on your turntable and you got a good speakers and amp and everything, I mean, there's a good different sound. Because my dad's I'm not a big music guy. I like music, but my dad was really into it. My dad was also a disc jockey at one point, and my dad's always had a very large music collection. Everything, no, not just records, but mini discs, CDs, tapes, reel to reel. He was always into that stuff, and there is a different vibe with vinyl. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
So that's cool. The kids are picking up on that. I mean, that's
cool.
I like record players myself, even though they're before my time. But when I was coming up, tape players were the thing for me.
Yeah, tapes were the thing for me. Yeah,
I had records first. I remember first album I remember getting was AC/DC's Highway to Hell. I got The Police's Greatest Hits. Michael Jackson Thriller. I got all those on vinyl back when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old.
Yeah, vinyl's always been around. Yeah, it was around even when I was coming up too, but it was very niche though. Like, I was like, if someone had a record player, it was like, okay, they're gonna just get the vinyl. Depends what you had, what equipment you had, I guess,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend Pook, who lived 2 doors, he had a lot of vinyl, in his collection, and man, like Public Enemy and Michael Jackson and things like that.
But those things were worth a lot of money back then too, right?
Well, but to buy them, to buy them there was normal price, but I imagine the price is, inflation and everything.
Oh yeah. Imagine if he still has it today, how much
he had a whole case. Like I remember he had this whole red case and it was full of vinyl. Gonna be worth thousands now.
I mean, when CDs were at its populist, vinyl was pretty much dead, but it just made a comeback. It's kind of amazing,
CDs
really.
took over because they were more convenient. They were way smaller. They were harder to damage as well.
Yeah,
so CDs.
That was my teen years, that was my teen years all the way in my early 20s. And then afterwards, MP3 players took over. And then.
Yeah, it went to digital with the rise of the Apple iPod. Apple made that famous, and then other people started to follow. And then after a while, digital, I'd say it was phased out, but kind of because remember, phones came out. So there was no need for MP3 players, So it's funny how it's really evolved. And now now it's gone full circle. Now it's gone to vinyl. So
I mean, you got people in their 70s even on cell phones these days. I mean, it's like when you go in restaurants, you'll see these old people like this all day. Like, dang, I never thought I'd see that in a million years.
I'm glad we've got an all-in-one device though. Can you imagine if I imagine at some point MP3 players will come back, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never know, man. All I know, you see back in the day though, I mean, it was like CD, vinyl, I mean, cassette and vinyl. I mean, I went back to, even 8-track when I was young. I remember 8-track tapes, and then it went from vinyl and cassette was the big one, and then CD came out, and then CD was big, and a CD kind of stuck real long. CDs are still,
I feel CDs. I feel my CD collection is huge, so definitely CD stuck around for a long.
I got a lot of them myself. I got a lot of CDs myself, but the only thing is my newer vehicle, which is 2019. Is do a CD player.
Didn't come with it.
These newer cars, if you notice, look at them, you ain't gonna see a CD player very much.
Yeah, it's a USB port now.
Yep. I mean, like I say, I got a Nissan, and they don't have no CD player at all.
You ask for a CD player now, it's kind of like, okay, boomer.
I got a CD player in my car.
Yeah, I got CD players.
That's good. Yeah, that's good though.
Cassette players in the car went away a while back too.
They went away. I remember the fancy CD tape players in the cars, where it would turn the tape around for you too. Those were the fancy. Yeah.
And then you had the one that you put the fake cassette in there, and if you had a portable CD
auxiliary,
player,
But good for the young people seeing about vinyl, because it's definitely a different sound, and I mean that's cool.
It's like a crackly sound as well, like because you hear it on movies, right? Sometimes on movies at the beginning, someone puts a record down, you hear the needle, and it's got that crackly sound. Yeah, you hear it in movies sometimes. It's so nostalgic.
It also, though, it has to me, it has like a deeper, I don't want to say deeper bass, but it definitely does have like a deep sound to it that like a cassette tape. And
I'm
not listening to a vinyl for so long. I
need to get me a record player.
I'm sat next to a hi-fi system, my Sony hi-fi system since the 90s. And it's got a vinyl player on top. It's even got radio. No one listens to radio. It's even got 2 tape decks on it. And it's got a 5 CD tray. I'm sat next to it right now. I'm literally looking at it, and it's a Sony, and it's made out of metal. I didn't see what she said, but this basically, I'm sat next to a piece of boomer equipment right now.
There you go.
I've had it since I was a teenager, so I brought it with me. It's the only thing I've got from my past.
Ariel proclaims that we all like things deeper, is what she.
Ariel, do we want to know what deeper?
I don't know if YouTube allows this.
I know.
I don't want to risk it anymore.
The 6 feet under ain't too far down for her, I guess. But
go ahead.
That's cool. Records, man. I remember one of the last records that I found back in the day was when Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue first came out. It was record and cassette, and then later it was CD. And that was like one of the, because I was still listening to vinyl in 90, 89, 91, Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses. I had the vinyl of that. And eventually I switched over to cassette, and then about 3 years after that went CD, and CD lasted forever. And I still listen to CDs sometimes, but it is easier just listen to shit on your PC or on phone, or like Denise,
or some shit like that.
Denise said, if you got the radio, the satellite radio or whatever. And,
it's so easy now. I know we've gone kicking and screaming, but it's so much easier now. You can fire up YouTube, you can just type in a song and it's there,
Yeah.
As long as you got Wi-Fi, as long as you need Wi-Fi or mobile data, it's so easy, it's so convenient now. And you've got Spotify, you've got all these services now that you can just fire up music. You even got that the one app I love, like if you're just out and about anywhere, that Shazam. I don't know if you've heard of Shazam. And if you don't know the song, you just pull your phone out and just it'll listen to it and it'll tell you the song. So we've got so many great tools now with technology. So I've taken it on board. I think I've done pretty well with taking it on board and accepting these new ways.
Yep.
So
yeah, I mean, like I'll be honest. When I listen to music, most of the time, I just get on my PC, or like what Ariel said, use YouTube Music, or I'll just listen to music files or whatever.
Yeah.
In the car, we'll listen to CDs. I mean, that's about the only time we really use CDs anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CDs are easy to carry too. You can get one of those CD wallets, and you can just put a few CDs in there. They're very easy to carry around. So,
yeah.
Or you can just throw them all in the glove compartment and all over the back floor like Lady Ninja does.
No, mine's in a CD case.
Yeah, but you've got so many stuffed in there. They're all just all over the floor and shit. Like,
no, it's not.
Throwing them around like ninja stars.
It is not. It is in a case.
Like a storage closet.
Actually, Pook. Speaking of ninja stars, this is a good segue. I heard they got legalized in your state.
In the state of Indiana, it is now again legal to own ninja stars, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they just legalized like maybe a couple weeks ago.
Oh my god!
So
I saw that on your page. I saw that on your face. I thought that was so funny.
I put that on there for my mom because my mom took away my Ninja Star collection when I was 12 years old. I had a Ninja Star collection of all kinds of different, and they were sharp, and they were the real deal. And I was always into Ninja Stars and Ninja stuff, and they did make them legal. I don't know when they made them illegal, but they were illegal for decades.
What was the reasoning? Would be the
Oh,
answer.
thank you.
Well, because somebody probably got killed because people would chuck them at each other. Like we used to go to the we also used to go to recycling. There was a recycling center thing, and they had these metal presses, and they were shaped like ninja stars. So we had like these fake ninja stars, and we take magic markers and write stuff on them, and ninja stars, fucking nice. Hell yeah, Gonzo, man. I was a big ninja star guy back as a kid, man.
That knocking on every door like this. Do you have any ninja stars in your house? We're here to collect all of them.
But man, we used to hit the scrap area and steal the metal scrap pieces that look like ninja stars, and we'd design and we'd sell them at school and shit.
Oh my
Ninja stars
god!
are all good, What you got to put on them now is the rainbow colors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Five ninja stars.
In June it works.
Oh,
Dahmer Bunny Ninja Warrior coming to a YouTube near you.
Hey!
No, it's gonna be on Odyssey. Damn it! That's an Odyssey exclusive.
That's too spicy for YouTube.
Yeah, that's an Odyssey exclusive coming soon.
Yeah, but if we ever read like woman dies from ninja stars, we know who to blame.
Well, I know some kid got killed. Somebody threw a ninja star at some kid's neck or something, fucking sliced it.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It was some shit like that, I think, that helped get it illegalized. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I know we got hurt all the time cutting ourselves because we would chuck them at our friend or something, stick to the skin.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. Usually nobody got really hurt. I used to keep one in the bottom of my shoe at all times. I did. I used to have a ninja star with me at all times back when I was a young kid.
You like?
Yeah, Lady Ninja. Ask my mom about the ninja stars. She'll tell you.
Oh my god. And then I'll be on the phone with her for 20-30 minutes. No, thank you.
Hey, she might be watching. You better watch out.
Oh,
she might.
You heard her. I didn't say it, Mom. Mom, I love you. I love talking to you, Mom. Now, your daughter-in-law might not love you, but I love you.
Gotta get that ninja star ready, Mrs. Pooch's mother.
Well, fuck you, Melody. How about that?
You're going to talk to me for 1 hour now.
My son should have never married your ass.
How do you brass knuckles? Yeah.
She may even throw a videotape at you there, Lady Ninja. She may chuck a video.
I'm shit out of luck then.
Melody don't got brass knuckles. She's got moose knuckles. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. A little ha-ha there.
What?
I'm going to get my ass whipped later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's guaranteed.
Yeah.
I
Going
guarantee.
on a date with the picture I sent him, the one you said for Jake. Going on that date.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
You're like,
Somebody
no,
sleeping
we'll
on the
give her to
couch.
Jake. Give her to Jake.
Long live the masked Hudsons.
Yeah, long live the Matt Hudson.
The faces of Hudson, yes.
That shit was hilarious. The Master
Oh, yeah.
Hudsons.
But
Till-
I'm
till
good.
that
I'm
person
good with
ruined it.
Jake these days, though. I talk to Jake occasionally. I'm
I do
good with
sometimes
Jake.
too.
Yeah, I'm good
You know,
with
the
Jake.
Matt Hudsons were good till one person ruined it. I'm not gonna say his name, but
The dirty man that shall not be named.
But yeah, I mean, I like Jake.
I do too. He's pretty cool. I mean, he talks to me every now and then.
Yeah, me too. Like every once in a while, we'll talk, or he'll send me a link to come on. I don't. Usually, I'm busy. I don't get a chance to go on his show or anything. But
He loved when I imitated him, played his name. He loved
Well,
that always so much.
he liked the Masked Hudson because he even had the Masked Hudson come on his show. Remember, we did like a
American
little
Hudson.
scuffle.
Was it American Hudson or the Master
It was
Hudson?
that one was Masked Hudson. He liked the Masked Hudson.
But the American Hudson, he was trying to do that. He would cut you off, put you back on, cut you off.
Yeah, that's what people.
I came in the dark afterwards. It's like boom.
That's what a lot of people didn't understand. It was a work. You know, Jake was in on it, but people
He was
didn't
all
realize
for it, yeah.
that.
Just one person got offended over it. He thought it was all real.
Got work.
It's still real to him, damn it.
It was real to him. Yeah,
It was real.
I don't care
it's
if he's
still
mad
real
at
to
me.
me. Damn it.
It's real. It's really real.
No, Lady Ninja, if you don't know, there was like an NWA wrestling convention, and there was a fan. I believe his name is Dave Willis, and he went to go talk to the Midnight Express, and he started crying, and he says, "It's still real to me, damn it." You know, that's where that comes from.
That's where it goes. It's a meme.
Yeah, it became a big thing with wrestling fans in the internet wrestling community and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that was good old days.
Oh yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying, man. We don't have that anymore. We just don't have it. And everyone's like, the wrestling community now is just so toxic now. You know, I hate going back to wrestling, but it really is.
Too many marks. Way too many marks.
Yeah.
They read it. They read on the internet, but they don't understand. The only reason they know it's because they allowed you to know it.
That guy is how I found bowling. Oh wow, really? That's cool.
Wow. Holy
That's cool.
shit.
That's
Wow.
cool, Gonzo.
Yeah, that is cool, Gonzo.
The
Damn.
Dave Willis. Yeah. I didn't know Dave Willis or anything, but I just knew of him from the meme, and I seen the video where.
I did. Yeah, I never knew the guy, but
Yeah, me
well, I
neither.
never heard of the guy. But no, it's been a meme for so long. Even to this day, that meme still pops up. That's how big it is in the wrestling kind of communities, you know. And most people know, if you've been around the internet for a while, people know that meme. So
yeah. I mean, when they first started showing it, I kind of felt for the guy because I knew what he meant. You know, it was still real to him. You know that.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know what it means, but like.
Yeah. The show with Russo and talk to Russo into a bowling and Russo interview.
Oh wow. Maybe that's how Russo and Bolin got hooked up then.
Yeah.
That became the default of Jim Cornette and Bolin's relationship.
Yeah, Russo
wow.
kind of he did the whole Jerry Springer thing back in the day, right?
Oh God, Jerry, yes, he passed.
He
away.
died. He passed away.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my God, the food fights would crack
And the
me
funny
up.
thing is when he
That was a work. I heard Jim Cornette, the Jerry Springer show, was a work. Is that true? The whole show was.
and Bolin, it could be a work, it could not be. I don't know. For
James-
sure.
No, I mean Jerry Springer, the Jerry Springer show.
Jerry
Jim
Springer
Cornette.
was a work, but I
Yeah,
think
it was a
some,
work, yeah. That was a
Mm.
work.
James- Then Jamie Dundee do some work, worked with Jerry Springer and had
Yeah,
came up with
some wrestlers went on it, right?
He booked on there
Back in the
too.
day. Yeah,
He booked on
some
there
wrestlers
too.
went on it back in the day.
Yeah.
Iron Sheik went on there once.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm not lying.
Oh, I'm
look
gonna
for that
see it.
one.
I gotta
We'll have
find that
to look
shit.
that
I
shit up.
Gotta find it
Razor
somewhere.
Ramon went on there too.
Really?
I remember that because he gave a kid a belt,
was
right? He gave him a
mostly
title
work, yeah.
belt.
Oh wow,
Yes.
I didn't know that. I knew
Springer's was
wrestlers went
mostly
on
a work, but they had
Yeah.
that phone number on there. Now, if some couple that some bullshit was really going on, I bet they probably had them on, but it was mostly a work as far as I know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was entertainment. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
fun.
it was.
The thing was, it was funny entertainment though. Like for us watching, it was good shit. Like
I liked it.
it was
sure
good. It was good. And then like that's the one of the bodyguards, Steve. I forgot his
Yeah,
name. Is it
Steve.
Steve
Yeah.
Wilco? I think?
Wilkos,
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a spinoff.
Yeah, he had a spin-off show.
Yeah, he has that. I don't know if it's still going, but
I never seen the spin-off show. I only knew about it from Jake, actually, because Jake would talk
Oh,
about
dude,
Steve Wilkos.
speaking of talk, you know the one I miss? Fucking Jenny Jones. Do you remember Jenny Jones? You'd always get
Yeah.
some half-naked women on there. It was so good. Just saying.
Oh, I shared that. in the chat,
me
by the
watching
way.
that as a teenager. Holy shit.
When you get done with the show, I shared it in the chat we're in.
Yeah, I'll look at that.
Oh,
after
okay, cool.
after
I'm going to check that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll check that
show,
after
I'm
the
gonna
show. Yeah.
Get me a snack and watch that.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Gonzo said, like Dr. Phil, the producers got people drunk and worked up.
Yeah, I can see that happen. And then you had all these other ones like Ricky Lake. Those were lame. I'm sorry.
oh
Those
yeah,
were lame.
yeah,
Those were
Ricky
lame.
Lake and yeah.
Jerry and Jenny were the best.
What'd you think about Sally Jesse, Raphael?
She was all right.
Too serious. Too
Yeah.
serious, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maury Povich and all that. They were too serious.
Montel.
Montel. He looked like Tupac, I always thought.
Maury show's the best. I like the Maury show best. You are the father. You are not
Yeah,
the
you're
father.
not the father.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there was like one lady on there. She slept with like 7 different guys,
Wow.
and none of them were the father. I'm
Nope.
like, damn.
Holy shit.
You
Well,
know,
at least
it's
she kept
crazy when they
herself
find out-
available.
When the women find out- I see women on that show do this, when they find out that that guy is their father, they freaking twerk on stage and do all this. Could you imagine that if you're a kid growing up later and you say that was your mom on stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you know what I
man.
hate about Jerry though? They would censor the fights and the swear. I'm like, man, why are you censoring this shit? Like, I know
Well,
it's
come on.
daytime.
If it's viewers agree, just
They
if
should
it's
put it on
viewers
late. then.
advised, whatever,
Yeah.
just put it on there. I mean,
Put
and
it
if
put
it
it
has
on
to
at
be
like
pay-per-view,
10 p.m. then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, put it on
Yeah.
or put it on pay-per-view even. I mean, many people
Yeah,
would have
I'd watch that shit. I'd pay
Maybe
for that
adults
shit.
only, and that'd be perfect. Let them
Yeah,
cut
I
it.
tell you, women like got naked on Jerry.
You had
Shit.
KKK on there. You had the
Oh yeah, KKK. I'll never
Black
forget.
Panthers. Black
Yeah.
Oh, that was a. You remember the one with on Geraldo where he had the KKK?
He got
and
punched. He got punched. Yeah,
got his
that
nose
one.
broken, didn't he?
Yeah.
and the Jewish Defense League. And then they had the
shit.
transgenders, tricking people. That was also another good part of the show.
Yeah, that was I sent Pook a video of that. There was a Jerry and he said, "Yeah, I'm a
And
man."
the most of them that I look at, I gotta say this: if someone's more built than me, I'm gonna question.
Right.
I mean, most of these people that were trans were way more built than the guys they were with on the show.
And you
Mhm.
could tell from the voice too.
And the
Yeah.
boys, yeah.
I mean,
And
it's-
also the built, I seen one.
I
where
think it's
the-
also how do you get like confused by that? Like the transgender. I don't know what the correct
I
term
will
I
is.
mean,
say
'cause-
if you go to Thailand, it's easy to get fooled.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, because they got
Yeah, because
small
those
holes.
guys there kind of they're tiny, so they kind of can pull off a female.
Tiny in what way, Pook?
Oh my god!
They're small bone structure.
Small
Small sausage.
stature.
Very
But-
few
well,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sausage.
height wise. I
we
bet
love
Ariel just
time.
spat, I bet Ariel just spat up all over the place when I said
Hey,
that.
could you imagine this? You went to Thailand, you thought you were going home with somebody, and then you'd be like, naked, and you see this, like, well, you told me you love me. Let's go.
Yeah, because in Thailand the technology is better, right?
That's true, Denise. You watch those shows, and then when you get done, you're like, man, my life ain't so bad after all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just stay home playing video games, jerking off all day. My life's way better than this.
Yeah. Say, I have a teenager that's all messed up. Hey, my life's okay now.
It's a feel good show after you watch it. You're like, damn, I thought my life was fucked up, but it ain't that fucked up. So thank God.
Hell yeah.
To be honest though, I gotta say, man, I miss 90s like TV shows though.
Me too.
While we're talking about this, yeah, I just in general, I just miss TV shows from that era. Because man, there was I don't know, like there'd be always something on, right? Back in those days, you just put the TV on, there'd be something there to watch, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like now it's hard. Now you have to fucking work. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying. You had Seinfeld, you had Friends, you had
Seinfeld's my
Saved by the
shit.
Bell.
Yeah, Saved by the Bell. That was a good
Seinfeld
one.
was my
Power
shit.
Rangers. Fucking Power Rangers. That was
I liked it back in the day too.
Yeah.
Well, Obi, the UK and stuff, they had a lot of cool shows. Like I see some of them now, like like if you can't pay, we could take it away or something like that.
Yeah.
And they show like the people who are ripping off the welfare, which they call the dole or something like that.
Yeah, dole cheaters, I think that's called.
Yeah, those are some good shows, man. I watch them off and on. The shows from like 10 years ago. Like you'll see a PS3 in there. That's how I know they're old.
Yeah. Don't they have shows like that in the States where it shows people like ripping off the government and stuff?
No, not really. No, I mean, not really.
You know, there's another one called like that, Poop, but it's with Debt Collection, but a UK version.
Yes, that's my shit. Better Call Saul.
Yeah, but
I like from the 90s.
Breaking Bad was good. I mean, I must
Breaking
admit,
Bad's good. There's another cartoon I like back in the 90s, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z were both good.
I ain't watched the new stuff, but I'm a big fan of the other Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we can do a show sometime in the future while we talk about old school shows.
I love that.
Yeah, Fox Kids was good back in the day.
Oh yeah, because you had Kirby, you had
Ultimate Muscle. Ultimate Muscle.
That cartoon cracked me up.
I love Ultimate Muscle.
He's eating noodles.
Fucking the Mortal Kombat cartoon. Remember that was actually good. It was better than the Street Fighter one.
Yep.
But no, there was always something like you just tune in on even like on Fox Kids or one of the other channels. There'll be something on basically. Now it's like now if you just go on general TV, there's nothing on, or you're gonna have a subscription service. And me and Pook are cheap. We don't like to pay for subscriptions. Am I right, Pook?
I don't pay a
dime. You damn right. I don't like to pay for that shit.
I got the Fire Stick. I don't pay a dime for anything. All I pay is my internet bill.
Buster's in our cheap club.
Yeah, he's in our cheap program.
Why pay for DirecTV when I can get it for free?
Hell yeah.
Why pay $100 something when I can get it for like $30 right here?
Why pay for Street Fighter 6 when I can just like wait and get it half price 6 months later?
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah. That's what I do.
I'm waiting on that, and once I get it for like 20, then I'll stream it.
I mean,
I can wait to play. I'll guarantee you by February of next year, if not before that, you'll be able to get that game for $20. I mean, maybe even Black Friday. You know, the day after Thanksgiving.
It's Capcom, so it's gonna be on sale.
That shit will always go down in price.
The game looks good. It's even got the Riv seal of approval.
He was playing that last night, and I asked him how he was doing, and
he likes it.
He liked it.
Yeah. I mean, even though someone gifted it to him, he still likes it. But the thing with me is, it's got all these transactions in it. I'm just not happy. But I don't know. Do you want to do the Summer Games Fest thing while we're here? While we're on the video?
I mean, there's anything you want to talk about on there? I mean,
go ahead.
I was happy with the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yep.
That's what I was happy about.
Yeah. There was some other stuff on there. Sorry, go ahead.
I like the Sonic.
I was gonna say, if you want to know good games, go to Angry Joe's, YouTube page. He'll tell you what's good and bad. Just go.
I like Angry Joe.
Angry Joe's good.
Angry Joe cracks me up. I like Angry Joe.
Yeah, Angry Joe.
Alan Wake 2 and that new Sonic game. I liked.
Yeah. For me, it was MK1. MK1 was there. They showed more of that. That was good. That was good. Sonic as well. You know, Sonic, like you said, it's Sonic 2D. Something else. I know, but whatever. I wish they'd do Shinobi or Golden Axe. You know,
as long as it's 2D, I wish they would. I don't want 3D Shinobi or anything.
No. I wish they did some sort of collection, but obviously Sonic is their biggest franchise, so they're whoring out Sonic again. Poor Sonic.
Movies are good. Sonic movies are great, and I love the games. I mean, especially Sega days; those were the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was Sega growing up. I
played every Sonic game ever played, and I beat them all.
Even though Super Nintendo has Street Fighter 2, I still think Sega was better. I just think Sega had the better games. We've talked about this so many times, but you know,
it was just more like it kind of depended what games you like.
Beat 'em up. So yeah, go ahead.
I love the Street Fighter too, because the one I would always pick is the Mike Tyson looking guy. I liked him.
Balrog, Balrog.
He looked like Mike Tyson. Oh, he punched.
Well, that's what he was called in Japan, I think.
M. Bison.
Yeah. It was like a play on words. They couldn't use Tyson, obviously, because they'd get sued.
And then in America, they changed the characters. They switched M. Bison over to
Bison, as we know him, Bison, and Vega was something else.
Yeah,
that's fine, Denise. You don't have to watch.
I know, yeah.
Denise says she's not really into games, but she just likes watching our shows, which when we make
no. You know, it's funny.
You don't have to like the games. You can just listen to the commentary. That's good enough.
No, it's funny
Denise,
though.
I appreciate that.
It's funny though. When we talk about wrestling and video games, usually the chat's like, "Oh, here we go." People start checking out, but that's why I kind of saved it till I brought it up last because I know people don't like the wrestling and the video games. It's like, oh no, bunch of nerd talk. I'm out. Yeah. But
I thought the Summer Fest thing was pretty good. I watched it all.
It was decent.
It was good. I mean,
Spider-Man 2 looks good as well. They've got a release date for it, so why not? I don't know. I do think it was better than Sony's State of Play that was on a couple of weeks ago. So I think it was a good fit. And before I do, I know Sarah's not in the chat. There was a Sarah. I thought of Sarah when I saw the game. Did you see this, Pook? The animal game, and they had guns. They're like Pokemon.
I did see that.
I see something similar to that.
Yeah. So.
Denise says she remembers wrestling from years ago. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, that was the best.
That was the good old days. Boston's got a lot of stories with the old days, Macho Man and all that.
I couldn't tell you a wrestler today's name, though. I'm not good with that other than Roman Reigns.
I
only know Cody Rhodes because of who he is.
Well,
I mean, come on, man. The wrestlers today, there is no more Roddy Piper or Randy Savage, there could be if they did it right, but there's not. Even though they're 6 foot and all, but they're all like midgets compared to what it used to be.
Yeah.
Used to have taller.
Plus, kayfabe is dead, right? You know what I mean? It's never going to be a thing because don't forget, back in the day, there was no internet. Back in those days, there was just payphones, right? People so kayfabe could be alive. Like kayfabe can't be alive now because there's too many avenues now. We got social media, cameras all over the place, cell phones, mobile phones. We got all this technology now. They didn't have that back in the 80s.
Plus, you didn't get to see a certain wrestler wrestle like a star. You didn't get to see him wrestle unless you bought.
Now it's too accessible now. Like technology's made it too accessible. Sorry, go ahead.
Exactly. About once a month, you'd see the star wrestler like Hogan or Jerry Lawler or any star wrestler wrestle, once a month. Just to tease you, say, if you want to see me more, you're going to have to pay.
Yeah. And can you imagine, like, in 23, like the wrestlers staying in separate hotels, it just wouldn't fly these days.
No,
it just,
it wouldn't.
you know what I mean? People just wouldn't like that. Like the fans will be, because the fans are a lot younger now. They're a lot more, you know, they've got more salt in them now. It wasn't like, but back then people used to go, like the crowd used to go with knives and stuff. They, you know, wrestlers' lives were at risk back in the 70s, 60s, 70s. You know,
slit their car tires and smash their windshield.
Yeah, that's how bad it was in the days. Man.
That's
heat.
Yeah, that's heat.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one's tried to stab Rey Mysterio at this point. Not Rey, Dominic Mysterio at this point. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, though, man. It's like that heat is so good.
And the Sheik, you know, got stabbed a couple of times. The original Sheik.
Oh yeah.
Blassie, Freddie Blassie, he got stabbed, had his car burned up.
Who was that? Blackjack Mulligan or somebody? He got stabbed with a knife that was dipped into pig.
Yep.
It was dipped into like pig blood or something, and it gave him an infection. He almost lost his leg over it.
Holy shit.
I don't even mind the dreaded shout outs from back in the day.
I can always do shout outs.
Speaking of a wrestler like Myrie, he's very little known, but he ran into the whole crowd. The Grappler and Billy Jack Haynes story. The Grappler ran into the fucking crowd, the dangerous area.
Yeah.
I mean, they were trying to tackle him, get him, and Billy Jack Haynes had to go in. He had to go in behind him, not because he was chasing, but just in case they caught him, he'd had to stop the.
Yeah.
Real quick, I gotta address Gonzo.
Good.
Because Pook knows this. Pook knows.
I know the backstory. Yeah.
You know that, yeah. Those shouts, I was they got me really pissed off. Like those got me so annoyed and angry. It's funny now. I can laugh at it now, but holy shit! Like I remember Gonzo. Like he even said in the chat one day, "You're like 20 minutes behind," and I had to put myself on mute because it cracked me up so much.
Yeah,
but I was so pissed off, like about those shout outs. We even made a group. Sorry,
you know when Fat Ninja did that, but I went back to some old audio. I went back to some old audio podcasts that me and Fat Ninja did about 10 years ago, and he was doing it then when it was a live show.
Really? Was he just?
It was a live audio show on Blog Talk Radio.
Was it on? I was going to say Blog Talk. Yeah,
I've got some of those files, and he was doing it then. So it was just his style, but yeah, it did get annoying.
Oh yeah, I'm shouting out Denise.
Gonzo. Yeah, thank you. Gonzo and Denise both said, even though they're not big on gaming, they like hearing us talk about, which I appreciate that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Just like, I think. Go ahead, Lady Ninja. Go ahead.
Because you know, I play more games. I love my wrestling. Yeah. I love old school wrestling.
I think you know why
music.
You know what it is as well? I think it's our chemistry as well. I think people, because we've known each other for so long, me, Pook, and everyone who did the show, we've known each other like backstage and privately for so long. I just think people like the chemistry. Like people see it as maybe even they could even say maybe we know each other in real life, which we don't. It's been a pure internet thing.
And like Boston, Boston, after talking with Boston for a while, I can tell Boston's kind of like me, and that's what fits in. We have chemistry. Or even like Ariel, Ariel's kind of like, it fits with our just, it just works.
It's the chemistry. I think people like to hear the chemistry.
We came from the bowling alley. We started there. Then the Jake shows and the Pesci shows got us together.
Yeah.
And that's also how I knew. Yeah. That's how I knew Fat Ninja as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just kind of fits. Some people fit, some people like each other, but they don't really fit. But it just happened we all fit together.
Along with everybody. Like I don't know the bowling crowd very well, but over time, spending time with everybody. Yeah, I've got to know everyone. It's great. But the main the people on Fat Ninja show have known each other for a while. Now I will say this, because it is public knowledge, but I mean, obviously Ninja didn't do the shows for a long time. So when we got all back together, it was like an old shoe, like he said. So it was like stepping on the bike again and picking up that podcast mic. It was like nothing to us because we've done it. We did it back in the day.
Yeah.
So
The
it
old
was
band
nothing new.
back together.
Yeah, the old
Yeah,
band, like
'cause
NWO said. So
it was like,
you know.
Riv and PK Punk and Obi and Ninja. And
Yeah,
Ninja.
we've all
Oh,
done
the Rib
shows
days.
together.
I like Rib. It's funny. I would always play that one character. He would think it was that guy, and then Rib would have so much fun with it.
And Hope and Riv and Mountain Timer and stuff like that, but that's Riv though,
You know how Rib would brag on Jake? That would be funny as hell. That was hilarious that last year.
Yeah,
Riv still does a show on Odyssey, actually. Canceled this podcast.
Yeah. It's a bit
I got him
spicy.
on my list. I didn't know he was doing shows though, but I got him on my friends list on Facebook.
Yeah, he does shows on Odyssey if you ever want to check it out.
Yes, Fat Ninja was the nicest man.
Yeah,
he was a gentleman.
He is very short, very missed, and I miss those late nights that me and Poot used to have with Ninja. Sometimes I would do them solo, but we would plan for the shows and talk about what we want to do going out. We talked about like having like a podcast network, even hosting other people. And stuff like that. We talked about all that, but unfortunately he passed away, and it's very sad. And
for the short period I knew him, I loved him to death.
Yeah, exactly.
He made you feel like you knew him forever.
Yeah. Those damn shout outs though, I tell you.
Obi, I'm gonna do shout outs now.
Shout out. We got the shout out show coming next week. So
the shout out show is coming next week just for Obi.
I love you to death, Ninja, but god damn it. You that's the maddest I've been. And people know this from listening. I don't get mad. It's very rare that I get mad.
I can imagine you getting mad. This is how I would imagine since the camera's off.
It was bad. It was really bad. It was very frustrating because I know, because I'm a listener too, right? And when you're a listener and when you're on a show, that is a bad experience, like listener experience. And I know Gonzo was joking. Maybe he wasn't joking. I don't know. But
don't pull your brass knuckles out, William Regal.
Gonzo said hard to find guys like Fat Ninja. That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, just like us all, he wasn't perfect. There was things.
No, we know we're all flawed. We're all flawed.
And he had his dark side, just like we all do. But deep down, he's a good guy. I mean, you don't find too many of them.
Yeah,
like that.
And I'm gonna say this too because I feel it should be said. I did confront him, and I've got no problem saying this because this is a private situation. But I did confront Ninja about the shout outs. He didn't like it. So to me, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. So he didn't take that very well. I don't know why. I wish I knew. Hopefully I get to ask him one day. But yeah, I did confront him about it. So
I think he just wanted to give everybody their recognize everybody. I mean, he didn't have to do it as long, but
that's fine. But I mean, to spend 5 minutes on each person doesn't give the hosts chance to talk. That's why I always kept my points quite short.
I'm sure he got mad at this one though. He spent way longer on a Jake.
Yeah.
Man of his community, he was. I mean,
he was. And on the anniversary on my channel, I'm going to be reintroducing every year Retro Dojo. And you would think, because what I would think, Fat Ninja would want us to be happy and talk, instead of crying. I know it's going to be a sad day.
It's going to be very difficult. Yeah,
it will be difficult, but what I'm thinking is Fat Ninja wouldn't want it that way. He wouldn't want us to be crying over him.
No. And if it's going to be like a show, then we should ask people from the community to come on this time, only if they want to.
Yeah, and I'll be playing some retro games because he loved the retro games.
There's people like Boston and Gonzo and Easy and stuff like that. I think they should be on this.
Yeah, I think this time we should hear from the community, because we've done a lot of the talking about it. I think we've said a lot of our piece on it and everything. And as time goes on, it gets a tiny bit easier, but only a tiny bit easier.
Yeah.
I still think about him every day. So
he's also had a big fan base throughout. You got to also credit that as well. And a lot of his fans, never forgot of him, so you got to think of that too.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely, and it's difficult, and then November's going to be that time as well. And
the feelings is different. We all take hurt in different ways. Pook has known him all of his life, and she's known him for a long time, and you've known him for a while too. And for the short period, I had my own, feelings.
Yeah. The thing was, and again, this is it's not private information, but I mean, it's like he held me in such a high regard, which I didn't understand. But at the same time, it's because I did used to be there, and I did used to give feedback for the shows, and I did like help with show prep and everything. So he held me in this such a high regard, more than Pook, and I never understood that, because he should have held Pook in a higher regard than me, because
when it came to the show, because he knows I'm not a producer guy. I don't plan anything. You slap a camera in front of me, I'll think of something to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You and Ninja were more. Me and Ninja talked about this, and it was he appreciated that you would put things in, like writing up about ideas for shows. And script things out and stuff. That's not me. I'm off the cuff. I like, I go on live. I just go by the seat of my pants.
Yeah. I would try and problem solve. I think that's the best way to do it. Like, how can we improve this, such and such? How can we do this and that? And it was always about that, because we wanted to get the listeners involved more too, like a way for listeners to send in maybe voice clips or something, or voicemail or something like that. We wanted to get the listeners in, not just be a name in a chat room. So we were talking about things like that. What's the best way we can do it?
See, that's the difference. Like it was more of a production with you guys. With me, I'm just hanging out. You know what I mean? I'm just chilling.
I think, with an idea that we could use, because, you mentioned community first, people lived around him. I feel you could probably do like 10, 15 minutes of the community first, then allow the fans, like me, come in later. That could work too, Obi.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I'm just trying to find a convenient for you.
Yeah. Well, we did a lot of this though. We did a lot of spitballing, as I like to call it. And you were around for some of those, Pook, on Eevee Mucks. We did a lot of spitball. Yeah, some of it, and I'll tell this story too. And that you guys killed me that one night when you was talking about your coworker at work. The I'm tired guy.
Who?
When you would say, that your coworker. I don't know what the story was.
I'm tired.
Okay,
I'm tired.
Don't say his real name. I'm still friends with him.
Okay, yeah. Well, that guy, and honestly, you guys killed me on that. I just couldn't stop laughing. It was so funny.
That is true, man.
You're tired, Brian.
Stop it.
I got it. I don't want to say the name of the place. Place ain't around no more, anyways. But it was a retail drug store, like a CVS or something. But it was an independent, family-owned one. And I got Fat Ninja. I was in there for a long time. I got Fat Ninja job in there, and I got this other guy in there that's friends with me and Fat Ninja. And I'm still friends with him today. And
tired. I'll be right back in 10 minutes.
He was a star. He was a star football player. He even played football in college. And he was coming from football practices to work at the drugstore. So he would come in like a couple hours after us. It'd be like 7 o'clock or something,
Yeah.
We've been there since 5, And he'd come shuffling in and be like, we'd say his name, say, "Hey, how's it going, man?" Every day it was, "Man, I'm tired." So we'd say, "Are you tired, so and so?" And he'd go, "Mm-hmm." So it became like this thing that we would just do constantly, all the time, for years, decades. It lasted forever. But
Well, once in a while, Fat Ninja would say, "Remember when me and Poop was dating? Remember when we were dating? He dropped me off, and I say, fuck that shit. I'm calling you tonight." That
no, I
just
said I'd talk to you in the morning, and you said,
yeah.
"Fuck that shit. You're calling me tonight."
starts rolling.
I'm like, well, I looked at Fat Ninja. I said, well, I guess we ain't going to go running around tonight after dropping her off. I got to get to the phone at home because she'll make sure I'm calling from my home phone.
Yeah,
you know?
see, back then there was no internet. There was no internet. Yeah, you couldn't
star 6-9 that shit.
There was no email back then.
No, it wasn't.
No, you're talking mid-90s, you know.
Okay, yeah, no internet, no internet. Yeah.
This is how I would picture this if you said you had to call her at night. You and him running around. It's like, oh shit, there's a payphone. I gotta get to that payphone fast.
she would star 6-9. She'd see the number I'm calling from and ask why my ass ain't at home.
I'm at home. No, you're not. You're not at home.
You're not at home, motherfucker. Get your ass home. She wasn't playing.
Yeah, see, when you say you and Ninja running around, I just imagine you two just running around the neighborhood.
We had a little crew, Obi. It was Lady Ninja, a couple of her female friends, a couple other guys, me, and we had 2 cars of people, and me and Ninja, shit. And we used to just run around, do shit. We were hanging around the parks and different shit, and you know, and then, I mean, over time that all split up. People get older, responsibilities, all that shit. But we still friends with a few of the people. But yeah, we had like 2 carloads of people. There was different girls, and then some of the girls would get mad at each other, and some girlfriend and boyfriend swapping, and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stories I could tell. I mean, Ninja got in there and swapped a few. I know, I can tell you that. I mean, I just stuck with her. Huh?
Any cat fights and all this?
Oh, yeah. There was a few.
Diva fights.
I mean, but yeah, it was a little group. We had a little crew that, you know, there was a crew, and then there was kind of a side crew too that, you know, that didn't always hang around with us, but would once in a while. But I mean, it would be easy 2 carloads of people.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the girls would all get together and get in one car, and then the guys be in the other. But usually it was mixed up, like me and her be together, and Ninja and the girl he was mainly with would be together, and so. You know, we just all meet it wherever we're going to eat or going to go whatever we do.
Yeah, we just sort of like, we're going here.
Yeah, it was just, you know, it's just something like on Fridays and Saturdays and shit. And then like during the weekdays, sometimes some of them would pop up at the house, at my house or whatever, Ninja's house. I think one of the girls even lived in Ninja's mom's basement for a while.
Damn.
There was a lot of shit. I mean,
how did his mom feel about it?
I don't know.
a troll in the basement.
But I can make a joke like this. You had her living in there so long. It's time to get her out.
I don't think she lived there very long. I think she ended up getting a motel room or something. I don't know.
I don't know the lady, but I'm just making the best comparison I can make.
Yeah, she wasn't there long, but
I'm not feeding everybody. That's an extra amount of feeding. It's too. You're expensive enough.
Ninja's house wasn't like that. It was kind of like at my house. Like the people that were regularly there, you just go in and get something to eat.
Open door policy. Yeah,
open door policy. Oh.
I mean,
just go get something to eat, or she is cooking. She just want to know how many my mom had to cook for. Everybody get a plate. You know, that's just how it was. You know.
Yeah, before we go for another tangent, I think Gonzo's dropping hints in the chat. Marathon show. So
marathon show, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he's dropping. I think he said we've gone too long. Maybe I don't know though. I don't know. I'm just.
No, I think he wants a marathon show.
Oh, does he want a marathon show? Or is he just? Is he saying?
Yeah, he wants a marathon show.
A good old 3-hour show sometime.
Style show actually. 10-hour show.
We do one of that. We do one of.
No way I'll be doing this.
I can't do that either.
We're gonna do we're gonna do a Pesci show. We're gonna have 8 hours in one of these days.
Oh, speaking of
I can't do it.
I can't either. Pesci does it all the time. That's
more power to it. Hey, I
I told
respect.
us, I used to tease Jake like this: say, Jake's gonna do an 8-hour marathon. Fuck
He's,
off, Brad.
yeah, he'd hate that. He'd hate that. Fuck off, Brad.
He would
Fuck
scream
off,
at me.
Brad.
He timed me out many times doing this. You're gonna do an 8-hour marathon. Fuck off.
Hey, I respect the hustle. If someone can do an 8-hour show and keep people tuned in, that's great. You know, I mean, I can't do it, but I know, Gonzo, maybe we can do a 3-hour show for you sometime. We're almost at 2 hours now, but I think we're getting ready to.
Yeah, because what happens is you run out of topics. You know what I mean? You need
for the Fat Ninja show.
Yes, we will do that. I want to do that. We'll do a 3-hour, like I'll play.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It'll be the Retro Dojo. I'll be playing games. Everybody be talking.
You know, and I start, if we do something like that and we need more guests besides all of us regulars and some of the regular fans of Fat Ninja, I could bring in maybe a few of the old people that from back in the day, like the guy I was talking about. Are you tired? I could probably get him to come in and say a few things.
I'd love to hear this guy's
that
voice.
would be great because
I can tell him
maybe on the marathon show we'll do it 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, because
like I said, it'll be Retro Dojo, in respect for Fat Ninja because he always did the Retro Dojo.
And Obi, he's also a Sega guy.
There you go. We've got something in common already. Yeah.
So back in the day, man, we all had Sega Master Systems and NES.
Yeah.
He's a Sega guy.
Yeah, but you had to get what your friends had back in the day, because then you could like trading tapes in wrestling. You could,
that's what we used to do, man. That's what we used to do.
Yeah,
that was my childhood right there.
Yeah, Obi, you did Fat Ninja. I know he had to told you about the booklet with the peanut butter and cheese in it. The football game.
You did,
That's the same guy. That's the same guy. So the same guy with I'm tired is also the peanut butter and cheese Joe Montana football booklet. It's the same guy, I swear to you. We'll have him on. I can get him on because I still talk to him on Facebook. So
we'll discuss it in November.
We'll get him on in November.
It's too early right now.
You're hearing this first. We're going to do a 3-hour marathon.
We're not even in
Retro Dojo.
Awesome. And there's a few other people, some blasts from the past for Lady Ninja that I think I'm going to contact to do that show in November. So
I do have one question. They know he passed away, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure.
No, when he passed away, I talked to
the person,
several people from the past, even some people I hadn't talked to in probably 20 years. So.
Yeah, you should get them on, like tell some stories. Obviously, keeping details.
Yeah, because they'll have some new story. They'll have some stories that probably I don't know because of stuff that they did.
We want to keep it less about us this time. I think,
right?
Because we've said our piece when it first happened and everything. So I think this time, we should go to the community and just like you say, fans of the show or people who want to ask us anything as well. So we should. I think we should do it that way instead.
There's a couple stories I never told that I know that a couple of those people would tell me. So we'll definitely save that for then. So. Are you about ready to wrap her up here?
Yeah. There will be a new Sunday gaming. Be on the lookout for that. Gonna bring it back. And then when November does come around, I'll do the 3-hour Retro Dojo, play some retro games. Everybody starts talking and all that. I will be doing another live stream maybe in 2 weeks-ish here. So that way, we can keep and check and keep us connected that way. We always need to keep connected. Fat Ninja did bring all these communities together, so.
Yep. And Gunzo in the chat, we will do that. We'll talk about it, obviously, when the time comes closer, because we're not even in summer now, right now.
I know. We are not even in summer.
And by the time we get to November, by the time we get to November, that's Thanksgiving. I doubt, most people we don't do Thanksgiving here in this country, but I assume right now that most people would have done their Thanksgiving thing by the time the show comes on, and I think 6 p.m. is a good time for it. So
yeah. See, that's why I like doing it at 6.
plus
So
it's more
that way,
plus it's more traditional as well.
yeah, be more traditional, and it's not so late either. It's not so late.
Yep.
And then I'll have to get with my work schedule at that time.
Yeah.
May have to do the tribute before.
It's not much. It's not, to be honest. When I say planning, it's not like down to like it's just basically getting people on, and like Pook said, he needs to contact the relevant people to come on and everything. So I think it's more down to that, really.
Yeah, it depends on my schedule and all that when I'll do the timage. It might be not on that day, probably the day before or whatever.
And Gonzo says just in general we need to do more shows. That's something that that we'll talk about as well. I know there's a couple of events coming up, but it depends what they announce at these events. A lot of these events are not. I don't know. They've not been very good. So,
Right.
Gonzo, yeah, myself, at least on my channel, I'm going to try to do something at least once every couple weeks, whether it's just a bullshit chat, just where we all get together and bullshit about whatever, or a certain topic. I know Boston, we and them probably wouldn't mind getting back doing some wrestling talk.
There you go.
Or even gaming. I like gaming too.
Yeah. So it just depends if anything happens in the gaming news.
You can talk about TV shows of the 90s. I'm good with that, and 80s. I love 70s movies too.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I kind of like just doing bullshit shows, because you can talk about anything, whatever comes up, or somebody, I mean, so I don't like to plan anything. I just
Exactly. Bullshit shows are good too. I mean, I
love bullshit shows. Bullshit shows are my favorite. Bullshit shows are my favorite, actually. But
I'm a guy who watched too much TV through my childhood, so I'm pretty well used to shows. I'm used to.
But I want to try to do something at least once every couple weeks on YouTube and Odyssey. But the Odyssey thing, I think, is not going to work out, so I'm just going to make that like a work.
No, I'm going to try to do mine every 2 weeks. If you guys want to come on.
I think I'm going to make a gimmick out of it. I'm going to be Mr. Odyssey and say how Odyssey's better than YouTube, but I keep showing up on YouTube.
Was there a wrestler called Odyssey, like someone Odyssey? I don't know who. Was
Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy.
He goes, I'm Mr. Kennedy.
It's not close enough to Odyssey, though. There was no wrestler called Odyssey.
There was a kind of a jobber wrestler named Ray Odyssey. He had like a surfer gimmick. I don't know if that's who we're talking about.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that would work though, because he needs to be a well-known wrestler. Yeah.
There might. I can't place it. Not a well-known one, no.
Barry Hardwins.
Do what?
Barry Hardwins.
Barry Horowitz.
Chris Candido willingly lost to him.
Yeah. I love Barry Horowitz. Actually, I thought he was a damn good wrestler.
Because Barry talked about this, and it also was talked about by a few others. Chris actually wanted to lose to him. And
well, Barry Horowitz, he started off in Florida Championship Wrestling. He was known as Jack Hart. He was a Florida heavyweight champ. He won titles in other areas.
Yeah,
he wasn't just a jobber. He was actually he was trained by Malenko, Boris Malenko, Dean Malenko's father. He's a well-trained wrestler.
Now, real quick, I know we're signing up, but I do have a question about the J word. I don't want to say it because I've heard now you can't use that word, the JOB word, because
you're supposed to say enhancement.
Yeah, because we're not. Like technically, we're not talent. Like we're not wrestlers, obviously. So I don't know. That's like a disrespect thing. I think that I've heard of.
That's how I take it. Is you're supposed to say enhancement, but a lot of the old timers still call it jobbers. I mean,
okay.
I don't know. I guess to be respectful, we probably should say enhancement because that's
I try and stay away from the inside terms because I feel I'm not technically a wrestler, so I've got no business using those terms. That's my opinion on it, anyway.
Steve Lombardi.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying don't use the terms, Poop. I'm just saying, like, that's my stance on it. I mean, I don't know.
Job
Boston,
Squad. Job Squad. That's right, Godzilla.
I don't know your stance on it, Boston, but I mean,
I don't use the word either. I didn't even know what it really fully is. So
yeah,
jobber was like it's kind of a slang for someone who was enhancement talent because they were like a carpenter. They call them a carpenter as well.
Yeah, they would job to the person and put person over. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, basically they weren't a star. They were just there doing a job. You know, they would do their little weekend.
Somebody who's a carpenter. George South versus Ric Flair. Ric Flair made him look good at most of the match.
Yeah, but by all means, Pook, I'm just saying, you know, that's my stance on it. If you want to use the terms, that's fine.
I don't I mean, and I mean, you could talk to some wrestlers about that were enhancement talent. Some of them don't see the word jobber as a bad term, and some of them do. It's all a preference.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't consider it a bad term, really. But I know some do, so it's kind of a slang word.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're all jobbers in the end. If you work for someone, I'm a jobber for my job. Melody's a jobber for her job.
Yeah, everyone's a jobber.
You're a jobber.
I don't consider it a bad word, but I mean, if somebody, I mean, if some independent, if not independent, but if some enhancement talent from back in the day takes offense to it, I do apologize. But I just that's the word I use. That's the word I was around. That's what we used. Was jobber.
Yeah. And Ariel's just a blowjobber now. I'm just joking.
Okay, anybody got any shout outs?
I think with that we need to
we need to get out of here now.
I need to get out. I need to get out of the country.
Or channels, or do more shout outs for Obi to go nuts on.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Keep it all on my channel. I'm going to try to do something here and there. I'm hoping to get together with Boston, do something, maybe Obi, maybe a few other guys, and we'll see what's going on YouTube. And I don't know the whole Odyssey thing. I think I fucked up with the Odyssey, but I'm just going to play it off like I didn't because that's what I do. So. I
was just say real quick for my plug. I'm just Obi-Wan Jabroni everywhere. If you want to contact me, I will spell that just in case people are listening on audio. It's OBIWAN JABRONE. That's JEFFJAA whatever. I'm just joking. Anyway, I had to get that out in one breath. Boston Spencer plugs.
No shout outs for right now. Been a while
shout outs. Yeah.
Okay, for me on my end, look out for the Sunday show. That's coming up on Sunday. I can't really give you a time. It's by the time I get home from work. And then also in a couple weeks, we'll be doing a stream. You know, the Hanan chat will be back. You know, whoever wants to be on that, they can. And Gonzo, you can be on it sometime.
Thank you, Gonzo.
Yep, Gonzo can be on it.
Sorry, Weaves World. Weaves World just came in and we're shutting down. Sorry about that, but
Weave said first thing he heard was blowjob. He's like, hey, all right. You know,
all right, yeah. He just said blowjob. Stick around.
But this is Lady Ninja 77, and don't forget to join the madness. Later, folks.
Bye, guys.